You talked about the control of mind, whether mind controls you or you control the mind. So a couple of questions is that when you have physical suffering, is that pretty easy to control your mind? And when you are having influence, a lot of money, is that mind controls you? Another thing is...
No, put one question at a time.
Okay. So, control of mind, and whether mind controls you or you control your mind. My first question is, when you have physical suffering, is that pretty easy to control your mind rather than mind controls you?
Suffering comes to you because of your...
I talked about physical suffering. You are having some kind of disease, or you are not feeling well, you are ill. I talked about the physical suffering.
Physical suffering also has got some root, cause for that. Without cause, the suffering doesn't come.
Okay. Physical suffering can happen to any. Yes. So any reason. Thakur was having cancer in his throat.
So what?
So what I'm asking you that...
So what? What is referring to cancer?
No. My
you are
question
referring
is...
to Sri Ramakrishna. What is the reference meant for? You are referring to Sri Ramakrishna's cancer. What is it meant for? What's your point in referring to Sri Ramakrishna's cancer? What's your point?
My point is, if you have physical suffering, is that easy to control your mind? That is the only question.
Suffering comes to give you an awakening. It comes to educate you, to make you go towards God, and to find out the cause and remove the whatever that is responsible for suffering. Sri Ramakrishna suffered cancer. He himself explained why he got that cancer. Sri Ramakrishna's body was not a karmic body like ours. Ours, we are all governed by our karmas. But Sri Ramakrishna was not governed by his karma. This God Supreme came to our level to help us, to lift us up. Still, why did he suffer? The reason is, he himself said, in order to obey the cosmic law, he took up all the impurities of Girishchandra Ghosh, who had committed Himalayan blunders, as he himself said. And because of that, he got that cancer. Sri Ramakrishna himself tells that. And there's a very good book has come, Chaitananji from St. Louis. Excellent book. Girishchandra Ghosh, big volume has come. Have you seen that? Yes. Please read that book. So that's because through suffering, Girishchandra Ghosh suffered a lot, mental, and he became so wretched. He felt disgusted about that. He went to Shiva temple, Tarkeshwar Shiva, famous Shiva temple. And he made a vrat. Oh Lord, I have done so much of things. I am disgusted. Can you not help me? So because he reached the culmination, his prayer was really sincere. He really felt. Next day, he was brought into Sri Ramakrishna. So Sri Ramakrishna's grace he could get because of his prayer to Lord Shiva. And that started the way of redeeming Girishchandra Ghosh from all his impurities. And then the story goes very well how Girishchandra Ghosh became one of the most at the top. They show their faces to you. They jump upon you. They distract you. They make you run. Go this way, go there. They distract you. You can't sit even for a minute to think of God. All these restlessness happened because you allowed your mind to go reckless. So after allowing your mind to go reckless, how can you control immediately? Just at 1 second, you can't do that. It requires a lot of struggle, a lot of effort. It has to be done.
Another question is, you can have your control over your mind, is it necessary that you have to be religious?
Yeah?
That you have to be religious, then only you can have control over your mind? Is there no person in this world who
What is the meaning of religious? Just explain to me. What's the meaning of religious?
You tell me.
You have to tell, because you are the one who uses the word religious. You are the man who uses the word religious.
Yeah, religious.
What do you mean by religious?
Concentration of mind.
Concentration of mind is not religious.
For some divine, for divine, or these are questions I have in my mind. Anyway, if I can give you the answer, then I will not ask you the question.
The point is, the very word you are using without meaning. You are asking the religious, what do you mean by religious? According to you. According to you.
Religious means, like,
who is non-religious, who is religious? Say,
religious, I as a commoner, the religious, I will define that you are having belief of something.
huh?
Belief, you are having belief on God, whether that God may be it may be Ramakrishna, it may be Jesus, it may be whatever, what it is. So,
That means you are referring to...
I am referring to faith on something which is correlated with the religion.
See, controlling of mind. Why should you control the mind?
To go in a good path.
Yeah. To go towards the divine.
That's right.
Divine.
When you said the divine.
Divine is that the glory of the God we call divine.
So you are telling that God. So
God means the divine. The glory of the divine, whether it is the divinity which Swamiji referred, each soul is potentially divine. There is consciousness in you, which is distinct from body, mind, intellect, everything. I am not this body. When I say my body is sick, that means you are distinguishing itself, you are separating yourself. My body means body belongs to you. That means you are separate from body. Then my intellect means you are separating from intellect. My mind is very bad today. I could not pray. You said that. That means you are separate from mind. So if you go like that backwards, who is that my? Always you are using my, me. Who is that me? Who is that I? That's the exploration you have to do. That's the practice you have to do. To go to find out that I. Who is that I? That I is none other than the Supreme I. It's a spark of the fire. The consciousness. What is soul? Consciousness associated with the body, mind, intellect. So, in the embodied state, you are not able to find out your true reality. Once you arrive at that reality, then everything else becomes clear to you. So, in a way, according to scriptures, everything is very Brahman himself. That's how it is explained. So, it is like that. And because you have to go beyond the mind, through the mind. You have to go through the mind, beyond the mind. That's the way it is. So mind is the connecting link between the embodied being and the Paramatma. So you have to go through the mind. If you have to go through the mind towards the divine, towards knowing who you are, you have to have the purified channel. Then only mind can transcend. Otherwise you can't transcend. You can't think of that higher level of thinking. So it is like that only.
Okay, thank you.
Could you please tell me the difference when I say I'm religious and I'm spiritual? This differentiation